drop of love. We're all hanging on tooth and nail. It's a rocky road, this pilgrim trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Let's meet up down the pilgrim trail. For a sail, like every campfire needs a tale. We're on this freight train going down the rail, together on this pilgrim's trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Where everything is up for sale. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Let's meet up down the pilgrim trail. Return, baby, on the summer night. A shot of love and a spark of laughter breathe. Stars align and the month times night burn like a dried out leaf. Are we leaving on the next train, baby? I do believe. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now I ain't missed a 9 to 5, I don't hear it in my song. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong. Brand new start and a whole new part, they are big old shoes to fill. I'll be there on that platform, babe, you know I will. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now nothing is this rush of life, you'll never find its match. So you live to be a million years. All hearts are lost by default in the time of a single deed. We're leaving on the next train, babe, so take your seat.
Hello everyone, welcome to Tom's Trains and Things. I'm Tom Kovichak. It's Veterans Day here, so we're going to celebrate Veterans Day for a little bit, but I'd like to say hi to everybody. Kent, Art, who else is here? Brian, Wilmer, James, Kyle, who else? Brian, Jim, Mike. I guess that's it for right now. Okay, let me see right here. Okay. Just keeps changing pages on me. So let's get started with this thing right now. Today is Veterans Day, and most of you probably know that it's celebrated in more than just the United States. It's Canada and I think in England also. But let me see, it's over 100 years old now, and it started way back, it was called Armistice Day. Because of the end of World War I on November 11th at 11 a.m. Is that what it is? But it was in 1918. Okay, so that was 101 years ago. But Congress, did their thing and made it a holiday, and then they messed things up. And before they messed things up, they added World War II and Korean War and changed it from Armistice Day to Veterans Day. So that's how we got the name Veterans Day. And that is honoring all veterans, not just the alive ones, but also the ones who perished. Memorial Day is for the ones who lost their lives, but Veterans Day is for everybody dead or alive. So that's two things about Veterans Day. Let me see if I can find anything else. Oh yeah, in 1971, Congress changed it again and made it no, it was 1968, and it was changed back to November 11th in 1971 because they changed it to some time in October and nobody liked it, so they finally wrote it back in as November 11th every year. So that's my little trivia about Veterans Day. I was in the Air Force. Let me see if I can pull up some pictures here of my Air Force days. Hello, Brad. I see Debbie's here. I told her an hour. So let me see if I can pull this up right here. One of these pictures doesn't come out too good because it's a vertical picture. But here I am with a couple of other guys in Biloxi, Mississippi. I was in Keesler Air Force Base for a while in the summer of 1971. Spent some time in Gulfport also, Brian. There's me in Lackland Air Force Base. There's the same group in Panama City, Florida. And that's what I worked on there. That's at Laughlin Air Force Base in Del Rio, Texas. That's T-38 on the trim pad. We had to go and check the instruments. I worked on instruments, and we had to check the instruments while it was on the trim pad after they replaced engines on it. So that is the Air Force pictures that I have right now, only because I'm too lazy to get out my big carousel of slides and transform over. So I want to thank everybody for their service who has been in the military, and thank your family members who have been in the military also. Who else do we have here? Bill Costello, how you doing? Rick Bailey's in here. Center of the Earth Mining, how you doing? Bob Jasinski. Okay, who else we got here? Barn Full of Trains. I gotta see this Barn Full of Trains one time. And Jerry's here, Satterell. Okay, so what are we gonna do today? First thing I want to do here is I want to thank everyone who participated in Patreon. Chris O'Connell, Chuck Hedler, Dan McCammon, Debbie Colley, Jack Barnett, John Dilley, John F. Wade, Marmy Hartzell, Mitchell Coote, Mr. S.E. Hemstock, Nick Dukelis, Patrick Bezenet, Reggie Stroud, Roy Hardwick, Okay, and Will Kling. And I see that Maddie is on here. Bake away with Maddie. And she says, my mom says hello. Okay, all right, here we go. She says, hi, Maddie, and hi, Mom. All right. So, what do we do now? Okay, so we had a comment earlier. Well, let's get this out of the way first. Oh, so I'm back to working on the layout, and Tom, I need to email you about an issue I'm currently having with Arduino IDE 1810. I can't get it to go into bootloader mode to unbrick an ANIT board. Okay, send me an email. You know my email you sent before. If you don't remember, it's tomstrainsandthings@gmail.com. Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay. And here's another one. Kent McBee. How's that Kissinger soldering device holding up? I'm pondering a purchase. Glad you asked, because I was going to bring that up, because I'm all tangled up here. Let me unplug it. But here's what he's talking about right here. This little thing right here is amazing. Here's the iron, and you get, well, when you buy it, you get one tip for it, but I bought some extra tips, because the one that they send with you to begin with is a more or less a blade instead of a tip. So I ordered some more one, but it works wonderful. And what do I want to do here? Okay, boom. Here's some of the work that I was just doing in the past couple of days. If you saw my video the other day on Thursday, I think I put it out. I made this little gizmo right here where you could use even DCC track power to run your Arduino. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll put the link in the chat in a little bit. So, okay, I see something here. I'll put this up on there. Watch my first video and you'll see my barn full of trains. Okay, I probably watched it, but it's been a while, so I'll have to refresh my memory here. But anyway, what I've been doing with it, I've been soldering some stuff on here just to duplicate this right here. It's a voltage regulator right there, a bridge rectifier, a capacitor right there, and what I did the same thing here without the Arduino on it, just so I could do some stuff on my layout. The reason that I do that is because, remember the where was it back here? Did I put them? Those flat panel LEDs, those are 3 volts, and I have a thing that I duplicated, the just plugs. I made a module for that, and that is 12 volts, and then the rest of the stuff is 5 volts. So instead of running 3 different lines out there, I'll run one line. I'll just take that one line and just put it on 12 volts and use these little things right here and set it for 3 volts, 5 volts, whatever I need for the particular deal. But yes, the soldering comes out great. Right there. Piece of cake. But anyway, go check out my video. DCC, how to use DCC track power to operate your Arduino projects. Oh my goodness. Have I got a video for you? What is Arduino? Please forgive my spelling. Arduino is one of these things right here. This is a Pro Mini right there. It's a microcontroller where you could do a lot of stuff. And believe me, if you watch my videos, I have I think about 10 or 11 videos. Okay, I saw that. Don't ask. The convo will never end. Don't get me started on Arduino. Okay, I won't talk too long on Arduino. I got about 10 or 11 on Arduino Made Easy, and I have some extra other projects on there, a little bit advanced on stuff for Arduino that you could use on your model railroad. There's a lot of things that you could use on there, even, you know, the Arduino and the shields, the motor shields. And there was a couple of questions I had that I was going to, on the email that I was going to talk about tonight. But before we talk about that, let me get my list out here. And I'm going to do what's coming up as far as train shows and other stuff. So this weekend in, I can't remember what the name of the actual town is, but it's north of Tampa, Suncoast Center for Fine Scale Modeling. It is open the 16th and 17th this month. So we're going up there on the 16th. It's about a 3-hour drive up there, maybe a little bit longer. But we're heading up there. This is the first time we're up there this year. So it's open from September through May, the third weekend of those months. And also this month, South Florida Railway Museum on November 23rd. That's in Boca Raton, Florida. We went there last year. It was a pretty good show. They have a nice museum with a model railroad inside. Got a lot of good stuff in there. Regal Railway on November 23rd. Also, that's in Dover, Florida. That's in between Tampa and Orlando, pretty close to Plant City, where they got a virtual rail fan camera up there. Okay, what else we got? We got another one on November 23rd. Southern Division TCA, I think that one's in Jacksonville. I'm not sure. I think that I didn't write down where it was, but I'm pretty sure that's in Jacksonville. Okay, so what do we got in December? We have Suncoast Model Railroad Club in Pinellas Park, December 7th. That's an always favorite to go to. What else do we have in December? The Villages is going to be a pretty good show, from what I understand. No vendors there, just trains, and more trains. More trains than what they had at the show that we went to in August. So that's December. I think it's actually 12th, 13th, and 14th. It's like 3 or 4 days, but we're going up there on December 13th. Okay, Tampa, December 22nd. I think we're going to miss that one because we're heading up to Maryland. We'll probably be leaving a couple of days before that. What else do we have here? And in January, I'm just going to do this one in January. There's actually 2 on the same weekend. One is in D-Land, January 11th and 12th. That's always a favorite. That's up near Daytona Beach. And just not too far from there in Cocoa Beach, Prototype Rails is having a deal January 9th through 11th. So that should be a pretty good show there. It's a NMRA show. Prototype Rails January 9th and 11th. And I can't forget, we just have to put this one in here. Don't forget, in May, we got, what do we got here? We got Strasbourg. And if you have never been there, this is what it looks like. This is a video from when we was there, I think 2 years ago. When we spent some time there, we took a train ride, but May 2020, everybody's getting up there on the 15th and going to be there on the 16th and 17th. A lot of people going up there to the Red Caboose Motel on the 15th. That's on the Friday evening. So if you haven't made the plans yet, go ahead and do that, because there's a lot of things to see there. May 15th is when everybody's going up. Let me see, what else? 15th is Friday. Then 16th and 17th, we're going to be there till Sunday. We'll be leaving Sunday afternoon sometime because it's not too far going back to Maryland. Tom, you'll be in the neighborhood. Maryland is close to Pennsylvania. So where are you, Rick, in Pennsylvania? If it's not too cold, we might stay up there for a while. So, okay. What does slow mode is on mean? That means that you can't type anything for more than what I have it set at. I think I got it set for 5 seconds, so you can't hit the enter key, every 3 seconds or something like that. You have to wait 5 seconds to make another comment. All right, so anyway, Strasbourg, May 15th, 16th, and 17th. So what else do we have here? My shout out today is to all the veterans. That's what we're going to do for the shout out. Whenever we was, let me see, 2 years ago. Okay. 2 years ago, we went to D.C. for the winter. It was cold. It was really cold. In fact, we cut our vacation short because it was going to be like 17 degrees about for the next week. So we left, I think, like January 2nd or 3rd. Okay, so here, let's take this one right here. Getting back into HO model hobby, so any help would be appreciated for an old retired vet. If you have any questions, you could ask them here, put them in the comments. If I don't get to it, maybe somebody else in here will get to it. Don't be afraid to ask. But we're here, and if you have any, if you want to go any further questions, you could email me, tomstrains@gmail.com. Denton Farm Park Christmas Train and Vintage, November 23 or 29, 30, 16. Well, you can read that. Denton, North Carolina. Okay, thank you for that. We'll keep that up there for a few seconds. Okay, Rick. Just south of Philly, about 10 minutes from the Philadelphia airport. Okay, that's not too far from where we'll be at. We're going to be in Annapolis. Okay. Oh no, if it's too cold, you're a Pittsburgh native. I'm a Pittsburgh native, but I moved out of there in 1984. So it's been a while since I've been in a real cold. I lived in Maryland for 20 years. I moved out of there in 2006. So I've been down here for a long time. What is it? 13 years. So if it goes below 70, I'm cold. Yeah, every time we go up there, we have to hit the thrift stores to see if we can find some winter coats. Okay, just trying to read something here. But anyway, where did I leave? Oh, here's what I was going to do next. I was going to talk about when we went to Maryland last time. It was 2 years ago. And we stopped in D.C. So there's Debbie in front of the Lincoln Memorial. There's me in front of the Washington Monument, looking down the reflective pool right in front of the Lincoln Memorial. Now I turned around and got a picture the other way. There is the Vietnam War Memorial right outside the War Memorial. There's me in front of that. And there is the Vietnam War Memorial Wall. Boom. There's a guy I went to high school with. His name's on the wall. Fortunately, there was only one person that I knew from high school that was killed in Vietnam. And so let me see. I think this one here is a video. So nope, that one's not the video. Okay, that's the last one there. But anyway, that was the pictures, and we got a short video here. Don't worry, it's only 21 seconds long. It's a Vietnam War Memorial. It's a long shot of the Vietnam War Memorial. All right, enough of that stuff now. Who's really spoiled, huh? That's about as long as I've been down here. Got tired of the cold and snow in West Virginia. Yeah, I hate it. You know, I lived in D.C. area for about 20 years, and people don't know how to drive there. I mean, you have people from all over the world there. A lot of them have never driven in snow before. And when you get a snowstorm and you get ice, and a lot of times you're right there in D.C. where it's about 30, 31, 32, 33 degrees. So it's rain and then snow and then rain and then snow. So you get a lot of ice there. And there's people just going all over the place. 20 years of that stuff. And besides going down Highway 50 at 80 miles an hour, bumper to bumper, it drives you crazy after a while. So I'm glad I'm out of there. But anyway, okay, that's enough of that stuff right there. What we are going to do now is, I told Debbie that I'm not going to keep it too long. Hey, look who showed up here. All right. There's Sparky. Well, we just talked about Strasbourg, and I had a little video there in case you missed it. Okay, where did I see that? Only left Wisconsin 2 years ago. Okay, so I know once you get down south, you get cold really fast. When I first came down here, I came in January, and it was like maybe 50 degrees in the morning when I came to work. So I was out there in a t-shirt. And, you know, everybody's all bundled up with heavy coats and hats on and gloves and everything. I said, what are these people doing? What is wrong with these people? And about 2 years later, I was in the same boat. It gets underneath 70. I'm freezing my butt off. So I understand where they're coming from. Oh, my goodness. We just got snow in central North Dakota. Oh, my goodness. I don't even want to hear about snow. But hopefully we don't get any snow this time. Last time we was up in Maryland, we got, you know, just a little dusting. It wasn't that bad. We got more snow when we was up in Colorado about 3 years ago. Hey, that's okay if you're late. I'm late all the time. All right. Yeah, that's what it used to be. I didn't even wear a jacket until it got down to like the 40s or 30s. Yeah, I had my t-shirt on, and when it got down to like 40, I put my flannel shirt on. And when it got down lower than that, that's when I put a jacket on. No more of that, though. I'm done with that. Okay. Let's do something right here. I'm going to do an out of sequence. I'm going to do some questions that I had in my email. and not going to give the names, not going to put them up on the screen, but it was about DCC++. I guess a lot of people are really don't understand it, and I don't know why, but people try to put the, use the program track and then try to run the train on the program track instead of taking it off the program track and putting it on the main and then testing out there. They figured that they could do it on the program track, but with DCC++, you can't do that. I mean, you can put it on the main and program it there and program it for that on the main, but you can't program it on the program track and expect it to run. Some time ago, I had somebody say that they tried doing it and it burned it up. So, a lot of confusion with DCC++. Also, I heard, now I got a couple of questions about DCC++ and the tsunami decoders some time ago, and then I think Lawrence Eggering just asked me about it last night, and he said he was having some issues with the tsunami, and he sent me an attachment, and I didn't get a chance to read it before I came on here, but it was something about the way DCC++ sends out the signal and tsunami reads the signals. They've changed it from the earlier decoders, and so it doesn't work right. But I'll have to tell you what it is, how he figured it out, or how he got it to work next week, because I didn't read the attachment yet. Okay, so here we go. Let's go to this. Long John's on 27 outside. Whoo. It's been pneumonia weather here in Hampton Roads, Virginia. My girlfriend just getting over it. Yeah, both Debbie and I just got over the flu a couple of weeks ago. Can't do it on NCE either. Well, I guess it's on anything if you're on the program track. I mean, the program track is for programming, and, a lot of people, I guess they're too lazy to take it from the programming track and put it on the main track. But, and then somebody asked me, well, can I just put a switch on there? I said, sure, but, don't mess it up. And don't forget that you have it on the program track and switch it the other way, and, you mess things up on there. All right. Hits 32. I put mine on 2. Okay. Kept a couple pairs of long johns just in case. Well, we have some winter clothes that we got like a couple of years ago. And we even took some up when we went to Pennsylvania last year, or Maryland last year, because I figured, we're going to be up in the mountains of Pennsylvania in May. Was it in May? Yeah, in May. It might be a little bit cold, because the last time I was up in mountains of Pennsylvania, we was up in not Scranton. I was a little bit north of Scranton, but it was pretty cold. But it was hotter in Pennsylvania in May than it was in Florida. It was, when we was at the meet and greet, it was 90 some degrees that day. It was hot. Possum Bayou, Kyle, the Gulfport show was good. Looking forward to the Pensacola show, December 7th and 8th. Pensacola, okay. That's a little bit too far for me to go. There is one in Atlanta coming up in March, and I think I'm going to go to that one. We went to the one at Infinite Energy Arena last time, and from what I understand, it wasn't the good one. But I'm going to go to the other one next year. Soundtracks makes a program track booster. I have it, works okay, finicky at times. I thought they did make one, but I wasn't quite sure. I read something about it, but I'll have to tell Lawrence about that, because that's what I asked him, if they had a booster or something like that, and he said he didn't know about it. Okay, so Living in Colorado, you never know. 27 today, 70 tomorrow. I know. My daughter lives there, and we was up there 3 years ago, and it was nice. And then they called for like a foot of snow or something like that, and it didn't materialize. It was too wet, and it just compacted. We got about 4 inches of snow. Okay. Long Johns, when it gets to minus 20, call me. I like that weather. I can make my igloo bigger, more room for trains. There you go. I could remember when I worked on a railroad. I worked on the Monongahela Connecting, and we had a bridge, the hot metal bridge and the regular bridge going over to the south side of Pittsburgh, and it was like minus 17, and we had to work on that bridge. And that was before they had wind chill factor. That was back in, the 70s. So, who knows what the wind chill factor is, over top of the river. But anyway, that was cold back then. Strasburg isn't really the mountain, but it can get chilly at night. Well, I wasn't talking about Strasburg. Strasburg's this year, but last year it was in Scranton, and so it was cold there the last time I was in Scranton. But that was what month was that? September or October? Okay, Sparky, you're from the Great White North. We expect you to love the cold. You gotta love it. I don't know how you could stand that cold all the time. Keep up the great videos on Arduino. I'm tearing down my layout, moving to Thunder Bay in December, then to build a new 20 by 12 N scale in a 20 by 20 room. All right. You're building another one? Holy moly, didn't you just move? Wow. Okay. Good luck with that. I'll put some more Arduino videos out. Barky, you probably have a pair of swim trunks on here. It's 60 for the highs and 32 for the lows. People come down here from Canada all the time, the snowbirds, and they go swimming in the pool. They go swimming at the beach when it's like 70 degrees here. My son did the same thing. He came down from, he came down to Disney and rented a house in outside of Orlando someplace. And we went up there to visit them and spend some time with them. And when we got there, it was like 65 degrees, and him and the kids were in the pool swimming. I said, "It's cold. What's wrong with you?" All right. Had to get down to single digits with windy conditions before I would break out the long johns. There you go. Thunder Bay. Now that is cold, but a dry cold. Nice. Okay, you've only been here 6 months. Okay, I thought you started a new one. I wasn't sure. Yeah, Scranton in the mountains for sure. I was out in Pittsburgh in August, and it got down to 54 a few nights. Whew. Yeah, that's cold. That's cold for me. I don't want to hear that 54 degrees. 70 degrees for me is cold. With the products today, you can have a layout up really quickly. That's for sure. All right, CDP 1965. How you doing? Glad you can make it today. All right. What else do we got? So, what did we do through? I had one more. That was the tsunami thing. Okay, we got sidetracked again on the weather. Okay, one more thing. AR1. Okay, AR1 is a reversing circuit. It's for reversing circuits. It's a little module you use on there. And people just don't understand how to use it. And I get a lot of questions about it. And somebody was asking me about it, using it on a figure 8. And I says, you're not reversing the direction of the train on a figure 8. And they were trying to hook up a AR1 on that. But anyway, AR1 is for reversing circles, and it's real easy to hook up. You hook up your main power to it, for DCC, and you isolate the track on both ends, and the other 2 terminals go to the track that you're isolating, and that's all you have to do, and there's a little adjustment on it. Piece of cake. But a lot of people get confused with it. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's all the questions I had from the email that I'll cover. A lot of them were really complicated, and I didn't want to get into them too much tonight, so we may do that another time. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned it. Module cam. My goodness, I almost forgot. Here we go. Let me undo this first. Boom. There's the module cam. All right. Not much going on the module. That laptop there is what Debbie bought me for my birthday and Christmas present. Thank you very much, Debbie. And that's the view of the module cam. I'm glad you mentioned it. Okay, I have 2 AR1. Both work great. Have an issue on one with block detection. Block detection. Okay. Not quite sure what you would have, what kind of problem you would have on that. Maybe because you're reversing it back and forth. That's why you might have a problem with that. But I have a problem with mine. It'll work. I got 3 of them on here, and it'll work. All of them will work the same way. The train will go over like 5 or 6 times flawlessly, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just stops there, and then it'll take off. And have no idea. I adjust it up, adjust it down, but it'll work for a while, but always have issues with it. AR, not for reversing a train, it is for polarity to change on the track without shorting out the system. You are so correct. AR exclamation point. AR1. Okay. Yeah, that's what it's for. It's for reversing the train when your train's going around, and it reverses directions on the same track. Rick, check out the newest version that Digitrax has recently released. It has block detection built in. Is that new AR1 that they have? That would be nice. Or is that something else other than the AR1? That would be something to check into. Let me go. Digitrax. Digitrax. There. Search. AR. Oop, that's ASAR1. Okay. That takes me to the help files. Okay. That's no good. Okay, so we'll go over here. I got the Digitrax page up here. Let's see what we got. All right. Products. Oops. So what would that be under? Power management? Let's try power management. Hey, AR1. There you go. $29.99. Okay, I don't see anything in here about what he was talking about on there, so maybe, just maybe he wasn't talking about the AR1. So, let's take a look if he answered. Oh, BXPA1. Okay. BXPA1. That Sparky guy is pretty smart. I like to think of Sparky as more of the muscle on the operation. There you go. All right. Let's look up the BXPA1. Okay, let me get back on here. Now, what would that be under? Let me see. I'm going to go back over here. Boom. So, we're detection and signal BXPA1. LocoNet DCC auto reverser. All right. How about that? How much is that? $49. So it's only about $20 more than the AR1. That looks promising. All right. Thank you so much. Oops. Here we go. Let me put a link to that in the chat. All right. That will be cool. Let me come over here. There we go. There's the link for that. BXPA1. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to have to buy me one of those. Gee, and Debbie's saying, thanks a lot. Jeez. And spending more money. Okay. I didn't see it the first time. The next one down is the new one. Okay. All right. So the next one down is the new one. Okay, let me. Okay. Oh, I guess probably on the AR1 page. Okay. So, never mind. I'm a little slow here tonight. Okay, I'll wait for the review. Wonder if that will work on NCE. I don't see why not. Can you mix? Some components you can mix, like NCE and Digitrax, and other ones you can't. Digitrax have finally stepped up their products. I'm glad they did. I heard NCE was supposed to put out a lot of new stuff that they were telling me when the NMRA show was here in Orlando, but I haven't seen any of it yet on the stuff. All right, Rick Bailey, thank you very much. Woohoo! Here we go. Now I'm not going to keep it on a long time, and I'm playing around with the lights, so one of these days I'm going to change it to something different other than the strobe, so you don't get all flashed out here. Can't wait for the review. Okay, so all right, here we go with another one. Oh my goodness. All right, that deserves another one here. There we go. Thank you very much, Sparky. Okay, I second that one. Now I got to go out and get one. Now that's $10 right there. They're $49, so we only got $39.95 to go, and I could get one. What is the Digitrax AR1 single auto reverser or on Micromar? Is it the same? It probably is the same. It's a Digitrax AR1 auto reverser. That's probably what they're advertising on Micromark. I think you have to use a standalone LocoNet for that. Okay, we'll have to look into that. But only $39.99 more to go, so keep those super chats coming. Wait, where do we have this here? All right, there we go. And I just, that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. I just got an email from YouTube saying that I have stickers now in my super chat. So I don't know how they work. You know, I click on a thing and it takes me back to my page that puts you in where else but Studio Beta for monetization and $23.95. Okay, there you go. All right. But anyway, contribute to Super Chat and see if I got some stickers here. I don't know how the stickers work, but see if you can find them when you do a Super Chat. Because all I have is the option of turning it on or turning it off. I thought that, you know, I'd be able to choose what stickers that people could use, but I guess not. Okay. $23.95. Okay. Well, that's not bad on Micromine. I think that's less than what Digitrax charges for it. But, okay, what else was we going to do here today? It's about 8:45 right now. We did all that right there. And, okay, here we go. Hey, we're getting, oh, there we go. We got some stickers. All right. Now let's see if they show up on the thing over here. See, they don't show up on my VMix social thing. So, anyway, thank you very much. Possum Bayou, $3 and Sparky, $2 Canadian. So, there we go. We got another $5. All right, we got some stickers there. So, thank you. All right. Let me see if, let me go on Micromark. Let me get this out of the way. Micromark. And we'll see. Search for products. AR1. Okay. Yeah, that one looks a little bit different. Maybe that's the new version of it, because there was a little potentiometer on there. And all my AR1s are underneath the layout, so I can't see them right now, but maybe this is the potentiometer right here. But it looks a little bit different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they got 5 terminals on it. I think the center one, you don't use the center one, but not sure. Okay. Now let's go back and do the AR1 over here. Yeah, that's the same picture right there. So maybe that's the new one. Okay. It says $29.99 there and $23.95 there. So you get a discount at Micromark. Good deal. All right. Thank you for that. All right. We'll get that out of the way right there. Okay. So we got some stickers here. Okay, Sparky, let me pull this up here. Okay. The stickers will not show up on your super chats or analytics. I have had them for 6 months and no way to track them as of yet. Okay, that's good to know. And it's next to the terminal block. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, potentiometer is on the left. There you go. All right. It looks different from a top view of it. It is redesigned after the storm damage that happened last year. Okay. The BXPA1 looks like it has more to it, so maybe does more. It probably does more. I'll have to look into it. We're half, let me see, 5, 15, do the math. How much is it? Anyway, we got some more to do. Got some more ways to go to, so I could buy that BPXA. BPXA does have block detection built in. That's good to know. All right. So, good deal. All right. So now I see the stickers. Thank you very much. I wanted to say one more. I'm going to end up with something. It's about. I won't tell you what it is right now. But anyway, I'll leave that as a surprise for the ending of here. But before we get to that, what did I want to do here? Okay. Oh, yeah. Where is it at? YouTube terms of service change. I'm sure that you got a email. Let me see if I could pull this up here. Okay. I'm sure you got an email from YouTube telling you that on December 10th there was going to be some changes of the terms of service. And here is what that thing is right here. This is the summary of the changes here in the shaded area. And I guess this is the regular terms of service. But up on top here is what is changed. Really don't understand it. Some people were saying that they could terminate your channel. I don't know. I looked for it in here, but I didn't see what they were referencing. But in this part here that's shaded, which is the summary of what it is, I couldn't find it, but maybe there's a more detailed explanation of it. So I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to put it down into the chat. So if you want to take a look at it, you can. All right, there it is right there. And I got something else too. Yeah. I got another email, not about the terms of service, but something else. Oh yeah, I got the same email, don't understand. Yeah, it's just, I think every year they change some of the terms of services and just make it harder and harder for the creators to do things. So just beware, because you know, they do funny things. Ever since Google took over YouTube, things have been going downhill. About the last 4 years, I guess, or 3 years, I guess. Yeah, I got the same email. I don't understand it. It's something that comes out every year. They make some changes and make the rules a little bit harder. So December 10th is when you can expect it to take effect. There's a lot of discussion on Facebook. I've seen some posts on Facebook about it. If you go to Brian G. Johnson's thing or Daryl Eves' thing, you can see discussions on it about there. Some people don't like what's going on with it. But anyway, you got to live with it. It's a platform. It's not ours. They could do whatever they want. And we got to put up with it. Okay, it's about 5 minutes to 9 right now. This time change has got me all messed up. I wish they wouldn't do that. I thought they voted in Florida that they wasn't going to have a time change. I wish that they would quit doing that, because it's not almost 9 o'clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. My body isn't adjusted to it yet. Okay, another time that we went now, because it's Veterans Day, and you'll notice in the description I put the Blue Angels, U.S. Naval Academy, May 22nd, 2019. Every year, they have commissioning week is a real big thing in Annapolis, Maryland. And I lived in Annapolis for 20 years before I moved down here. And let me put this up here first. If you're a creator, you have to make a video your mom will like and be proud of, or YouTube might hit you with a strike. That's for sure. You got to be good. Real good. Okay, but anyway, Annapolis, Maryland, commissioning week, Naval Academy is a big thing there. You see people in these white uniforms all the time, everywhere. And graduation is a really big thing there. When they have the Blue Angels, the school shut down early, everything shuts down, and everybody goes and watches the Blue Angels. Now, you know, we were there. It's about a 40-minute show, and Debbie had about 30 minutes of it on one clip, and it was beautiful. She cut everything. The only thing is, she took it with her Nikon Coolpix 5200, I think it is. And it's a small camera, and it doesn't come out too good. But I wanted to show you one section of it, because this is a good part of it. I love watching the Blue Angels. I was in the Air Force, and I didn't grow up, but I was there, you know, watching the Thunderbirds was for the Air Force. But living in Annapolis, we got to see the Blue Angels every year, and when I was back there, I got to see them this time. The only other time that I saw, or the last time that I saw them before this, was I think in 2001, and that was before they shut down the base and everything, and all the security and everything for that. But it was really cloudy, so all we had was a flyover. They just did one flyover, and that was it. But anyway, I'm going to show you this. It's about a minute's worth, and then I'll talk a little bit more, and we'll go on to the next thing. But anyway, they always want to surprise you with something when you least expect it, and this is what's coming up on this one right here. Now I had to turn the volume down on this a little bit because it peaks out. Her microphone on her camera peaks out, so it's really scratchy and everything when the volume is really low. And I didn't get it on mine. When I was doing the videos, I just take the video, and whenever they went by, I shut it off because I was using my cell phone. But I wish Debbie's camera would have done better because it had really good footage on there of the whole thing. She did about 30 minutes of it. About the first 10 minutes, she just did a couple of here and there, but then she just left it on after that. But yeah, smash that like button. Okay, yeah, smash that like button. I forgot to mention that. I should put that. I have it down on here, down on the bottom. Smash that like button. Okay. Here we go. Analyzing content. YouTube may automatically analyze content on YouTube to help detect abuse and keep the platform safe. They've been analyzing it for years now. I mean, they're just getting more and more technical with it. I mean, they know what's on there before it's even uploaded. So, Jerry says, that's some amazing flying. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet, because I'm going to end out this session. Okay, I'm going to end out this section here with 17 minutes of clips that I took there. Now, this is uncut. I was going to put this into a video. I still have about maybe 5 or 6 videos that I have to make whenever I got when we was on vacation last year, but I haven't had time yet. I'll probably get it before the end of the year. So bye, Dave. Thank y'all for your service. Have an awesome week. Until the next time we get together, November 18th, next Monday. Okay, now here's 17 minutes. If you want to stick around and watch this, there are just a bunch of clips that I put together, and let me pull it up here, and it's uncut, just one clip after another. If you decide not to stick around, thank you for stopping by. I'll come back and you can see my face. You can see my face later after the 17 minutes. 65 minutes. Debbie is going to get even with you later tonight. I know. So anyway, here we go. The footage that I took at Annapolis. A lot of good stuff on there. Enjoy.
They're so pretty.
Here's another one coming from the left. Coming around. They went the other way. Oh, here they come.
going really loud again.
No, you're done being loud.
Yeah. Form a logic complaint.
I don't know if I got anything out
What are we doing tonight?
I know it's hard to see that screen.
Yeah.
Here comes one from this end.
Well,
Right here. Love when they do that.
words are tricky. What's flyover mean? Stadium? What's flyover on Friday? Here? Not here. Graduate? Is it finale?
It comes on. It
When
put
is
two of them.
finale? Any minute?
They're going to come slow this side and come fast the other way. I bet.
Why?
to this way.
Where?
Okay. A lot of smoke on the water.
What is it? I don't know what is it. I think whichever.
No,
Finale!
right here.
Where they going?
Two coming from behind now. There we go.
Where they going? Where they going? What they doing? Where they going? Finale? It's like the best spot.
I lost 45% of my phone. Is that easy?
Look. What happened?
Oh, they're all doing it over here, over there. All around. They're coming back together. They're all going to meet right in the middle.
Finale? Mommy, they do a finale.
We keep thinking they do the finale, but they haven't done it yet.
What?
I don't think they've done it yet.
Get your earplugs out. Did you take both of them?
No, they're out over the bay.
Where?
They circled around that way.
Put your headphones back on.
There they go.
Where they going? Where they going? I want to go in the bus.
Well, there's a lot of people going back to the bus.
I need to take you to the potty.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the left, the 2019 United States Navy Blue
Here they go.
Where they going?
There it went. Okay, we're waiting in line to go across that bridge over there. One bridge. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I did. That's about the third or fourth time I watched it today. But anyway, thank you all for sticking around to watch that. I hope you enjoyed the video. When we go up to Maryland, we're going back up there in May this year. Before we go up to Strasbourg, we'll probably get to see him again for commissioning week. So I might have some new footage for it next year. And Debbie's got a new camera. I just got her a new camera for her birthday, which we're going to try out this weekend. And hopefully we'll have some really good videos because 4K camera, and hope she does good with it. She better. I'll teach her how to do it. But thank you all for stopping by. Let me put this thing up here. All right. I could watch that all the time. So can I. I love it. I wish I wish I was back on an Air Force base someplace. No, not really. I had enough of that when I was young. All right. Let me see right here. Okay. Well, thank you all for stopping by. The next live stream is November 18th, next Monday, and November 16th, we're going to Suncoast Center for Fine Scale Modeling to see what they have up there. They got some new displays up there. Don't forget, if you need anything like this, let me know. I'm going to make a few more, and I ordered a bunch of more parts. I'm trying out my soldering skills, so I might give away a few of those. If you want to use, with these you could use AC power, DC power, DCC track power, anything that you want. Plug it into that thing and converts it down to, well, I wouldn't put 110 volts, anything up to 30 volts. But that'll get you there. Say like there, right there. So thank you for stopping by. November 18th is the next one. Thank you all for the super chats and the stickers. I gotta take a look at that sticker. I hope you can go back and look at the stickers. Yeah, I can see the stickers there. I hope they show up on the replay. That's too bad that you can't see them on your analytics. So, until the next time, we'll see you. And let me put this thing on right here. Where's it at? Oh, end. There it is, end. Okay, bye.